Hey everybody, it's Chris Lowe, and in this screencast I'm going to show you how to create drop-down menus on your website if that's something that you need. So here I'm just at a test site that I've made, and I go up to this main the menu bar along this blue bar, and when I mouse over, I gotta get into the page. When I mouse over test pages, you can see I have a drop-down menu. So I'm going to show you how to create that. So what I've done to start off is I've created a couple of pages, group 1 and group 2, and I'm going to add a third group. So I'm going to mouse over here where it says add page, and I can just we'll add a page, we'll call it group 3. I create that, and that just makes a separate web page. So that's a quick way to make any kind of a web page on your site. So I'm on group 3 page. It doesn't show here because I'm on the page, so I go back home. And now I've got my 3 groups, group 1, group 2, and group 3. And what I want to do is I'm going to pretend I've got maybe some inquiry groups, and each one's going to have their own page. I want to put these 3 groups under one heading as a drop-down menu. All right, so now that I've got I have to create all of my pages first. Well, I want to have these created first. Now I'm going to go up here to the settings up here. All right, so get ready. There's a bunch of clicks to go through. So I go click on settings, and I go down to site contents. This gives me a page of all the contents of my site, and I'm going to go up here to site settings, click on that. And then I get a bunch of different links over here on the side. I'm going to click over here under navigation, which is in the look and feel. Click on navigation, and I get to this page. I scroll down, and here is the navigation menu on that top bar. And you can see here's the test pages with the drop-down menu with those 3 pages. So the first thing I have to do when I get here is I have to make a new heading. And I click up here on Add Heading. And we're going to call this Inquiry Groups. Groups. And then I say, OK. So that's just going to add the heading. Now my heading is way down here. I actually want that heading up beside my home button. So I'm going to click on it once to highlight it. And then up here, I can click on this move up function, and it moves that heading up that column into position beside the home button. So there's my heading called Inquiry Groups. Now what I want to do is I'm going to move each of these groups up, and you'll watch as it's going up, watch the position of it as it moves up. It jogs over a little bit to the right every time it hits a heading. And I want to put it into position slightly over to the right underneath inquiry groups. So we'll do that again for group 2. Move it up. There it is, and the last one. All right, so now I've got my 3 groups underneath inquiry groups. I scroll down to say OK. I have to confirm that change. Brings me back. Actually, I might as well just go to the home button, and there's my test pages, and there's my inquiry groups, groups 1, 2, and 3. And if I go to group 1, you'll see that that inquiry group tag persists, and I can navigate elsewhere. So there you go, drop-down menus on your website. Hopefully that is something that you'll find useful. Thank you.